Alright, so today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than collision. I've got a couple set of tail lights for truck. We're going to be smoking them. What we mean by smoking them is we're going to be tinting them. Tinting them black. A lot of people want them pretty dark. These are going to go pretty light though. I'm going to run through the process. This process is the same if you're going to body color them. Match them the same color as your truck. You just prep it just like a normal vehicle. And it's pretty simple. It's not that complicated. Alright, so we got 2 sets in here. All I did was, usually what I like to do with plastics is I'll wipe them down first with thinner, because I don't know if these are ceramic coated or waxed up or anything like that. So prevent anything from fisheying or any contamination on these, I will lacquer thin the crap out of these. So that's the first thing I do before I do anything else, is I'll run some heavy lacquer thinner, wipe them clean, and then I'll go on to the prep stage. Prepping them is very, very simple. You just got to make sure you get all the little crevices. Every tail light's different. They're all shaped different. These 2 are completely different, as you can see. And all I do is, I'll take like a 500 grit sponge pad or a red Scotch-Brite them up really good, and then I will take a piece of 600 or 800. 600 is a little bit better because it will bite into the plastic. This plastic is really thick, so it will bite into this plastic really well, and then I'll blow them off, and then I will glass clean them, and then after that dries, I will wax and grease the crap out of them to make sure I get any fingerprints, anything off of these pieces. Plastic will absorb a lot of wax, so any oils or wax will get embedded into that plastic, so you want to make sure you clean them really good. And then what I'll do is I'll go prep everything else. These are wrapped with paper on a horse stand. Pretty simple. Tack them off, and then you will mix up your concoction. This is a pretty light concoction. It's really just straight black paint into clear coat. There is no specific method. I just test it. I've been doing this for 2 decades, so what I do is I'll take a stirring stick and see how transparent it is and how dark it is, and I'll go from there. But it is inside a clear coat. I am using House of Color paint and House of Color clear coat. UC21 is the clear that I'm using. And like I said, this is a pretty light mixture, and as you can see, it's pretty dark, but once you start spraying this stuff, it's actually pretty light. I'm gonna do 2 coats over everything, and then we'll come back and we'll add the last coat of clear. So this is 1 coat. You might not be able to see. It's pretty light on the video, but in dark, it's a little bit darker than what you guys see on the video. That is just 1 coat. The second coat is going to drastically change because we already have that foundation of that 1 coat. And if you ever spray your first coat when you're smoking anything, and you don't, let's say you don't like it, let's say it's not as dark as what you want, all you have to do is go back and add a little bit more black to your concoction. Now, a little bit goes a long way with this. It's going to be like you're pretty much making a black candy. So you want to just be cautious of how much you're putting in, because you can overdo it too fast. As you can see, I kind of missed that spot right there, but you can go back through and hit them. But it's just like candy in a car or anything else. You're just doing it on a smaller scale. So we're going to shoot this second coat of clear on here, and you're probably going to see them change a lot. that is coat number 2. I think I'm gonna put one more coat with the same mixture on it just to give them a little bit more. I think they need a little bit more, so I'm gonna do one more coat, so I'll be back with some new clear. So the third and final coat. It darkened them up quite a bit on this last coat. And they look great. So now we are going to switch it over to just regular clear. So you're gonna make up clear twice. And you're just gonna clear it just like you would anything else. The biggest thing, like for me on this one, is I had to wait a really long time for everything to flash off because I put those 3 coats of candy black clear down pretty quickly. So I waited about 15 minutes, and then yeah, I'm back in here again. I'm gonna put 2 coats of regular clear, and this is where it sets a lot of people off from everybody else, is a lot of people do not clear them with regular clear. And I'll tell you right now what happens is, especially if you live in a state that's, you know, hot and sunny 24/7, these will fade out. Just because you put them in clear coat, it doesn't mean it's going to protect it for very long. It's pretty much just like candy black, like I said. So you're going to want to put 2 coats of regular clear over it to protect everything you put down. A lot of guys will use that VHT stuff and try to use it, and the sun will fade it out of the spray kit. It's just, that stuff's junk too. But always want to make sure you put 2 coats of regular clear down. Yeah, it's more material. It's going to be more expensive for the customer, but in the end, they're going to last as long as the vehicle's going to last. As long as they take care of them, they don't get scratched up or anything like that. They will last pretty much for forever. So that is the key tip, is to put 2 coats on of regular clear afterwards. And when you're always keep in mind, you're pretty much spraying a candy. You want to make them as even as possible. This is why a lot of people can't do this. It's a very simple method. It's very easy to do, but if you don't have the technique down of spraying like you're spraying candy, you can easily make them different shades of black. Now, if you're totally blacking them out, it's a little bit easier because they're pretty much going to be all the way black. But when you're doing this light smoke, it is very easy to get them 2 different shades of black. So you always want to make sure you're doing your passes correctly and you're paying attention to what you're actually doing, because it will easily change different shades of black on you very fast. So just keep that in mind. We're going to put 2 coats of clear on this thing, and we're going to bake them. 2 coats of clear down. Now we got to do is bake them. So I'll let these sit probably for another 10 minutes. Bake them really good. Get them back to the customer. It always blows my mind. A lot of painters out there don't know how to do this, or say they don't know how to do it. It's very easy. So this video should help you guys learn a little something new and get it done pretty quickly doing this method. And they'll last, like I said, they'll last forever. So see you on the next one.